Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Whose Online Is It Anyway, where the bodily autonomy is made up and the privacy doesn't matter. I'm Toxic Male, and it's his body, his choice, Terrence Popp.
Hey, you faggot. Holy horse. You threw me off, you motherfucker.
Yeah, it's what I do.
All right. I did not see that coming.
That's what she said. Because, you know, bukkake and all that. We're going to get banned for that? Probably.
I don't know.
You get banned for anything nowadays.
Yeah.
We are live. Welcome to episode 76 of Grunt Speak Live. And we have a special guest with us tonight. We decided to forgive him for his transgressions. He's the peach whiskey gargling, porcelain worshipping pud whacker himself, and he's in the chat moderating while he's with us, Jimmy Bones.
What
going
up,
on,
Mr.
gentlemen?
Bones?
Mr. Bones.
Wait for it.
Ah.
Now I'm ready. Let's pick a fight.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's pick a fight.
Oh, we're going to pick all kinds of fights tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I don't know, man, this last week has really been a test of my sanity. I don't know about you, but whew.
Yep. Every week has been a test of our sanity because the world is insane.
Yeah, pretty much since I would say November. I've been questioning my sanity.
Nah.
And, you know, we can go back to last March even.
It's been going on for a while. It's just picking up. It's just getting faster and faster.
It's like a snowball effect.
Yeah. And 6 months from now, we're probably not even going to recognize the United States.
I already kind of don't. I'm having trouble. My memory recall is getting effed with.
Yeah. You know what? There's going to be times in the future when shit's going to get so effed up. People are going to look back and go, what the fuck were we all fighting about? This is stupid.
I sincerely hope so, because that would mean that everybody actually pulled their heads out of their ass.
Well, that will happen after a lot of people die.
That's true enough.
That's usually what happens after some shit like that. So there'll be all kinds of negative, bad feelings and grudges and last for decades and generations.
Sounds like so much fun.
Oh, well, that's the way it's going to be, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, tons of fun.
Tons of fun. Just like some of your ex-girlfriends, right, Jimmy?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You're going to get me sued, man.
Speaking of which, and I'm going to make sure that I throw a link to this in the chat for you guys. I'll throw it up here on the screen so you can actually see it. We finally have an allegedly t-shirt. It is game on. It is $25 currently over at the Stream Elements merch store that we got up and running. Comes in a few different colors. I will throw a link in the chat for you guys.
Is that pink or red?
It is red.
Okay.
It's whited out, so it looks pink. See, it's red.
Okay.
Okay, and then we got military green and standard white.
All right, cool.
I mean, I don't know if that makes us racist or anything, but I'm just saying.
Oh, well, what are you going to do?
Oh yeah, we don't want to be labeled as racist.
Well, I'm going to be honest. There's literally, you can be labeled a racist for anything, especially if you're white.
Yeah.
They'll go back. They'll go back 30 goddamn years. 40 years before the internet was even a thing.
Yeah.
To hammer you for some bullshit. Fuck them. Just fuck them.
Amen to that. Freedom of speech, as long as it doesn't hit our fifi.
Yeah, this whole thing, like, it's hate speech if I get upset. Yeah, fuck you. If you're so goddamn weak that me speaking some words gets you that upset, then you're the weak motherfucker. You need to go play with pudding somewhere and roll up Play-Doh in little balls and throw it at each other at the kids' table in preschool.
I thought play with pudding would have been a euphemism for playing in your own shit. So,
well, yeah, you could take it back even farther until they do that too.
A little thumb jack in the shit box action.
How much of 2-year-olds fucking fingerprinting with their own, feces on the wall? Oh, well, he didn't know any better. Well, at what point do you kick the kid's ass?
That's true enough.
Yeah. Just saying.
All right, we're going to get into our first topic because it kind of leads right into it, honestly enough. The occult culture playing with its own feces, doesn't know its ass from its elbow, because we're going to be talking about the sweet and sours. That's the first thing.
Okay.
But then we're going to get into some really offensive shit because that's what we do. But just so you guys know, we are streaming live to YouTube, MGTOW.tv, DLive, RoxyTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Manosphere.tv is allegedly in there too, but Amber said there might be some trouble with that tonight.
All right.
You know how it goes.
Well, what are you going to do?
It wouldn't be technology if it wasn't constantly screwing up.
Yeah. Are we talking about
The girly man.
the girly man?
The girly man. Male girly behavior is banned.
Well, hang on a minute.
China crackdown kicks sissy men off TV.
Yeah, we need to do that here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we seriously need to just get rid of these metrosexual girly men motherfuckers.
Well, this is all part of that paper dragon illusion of strength that China tries to put out there. We're more masculine than the United States. Look at us. Wah.
Well, we'll see about that. You never know.
Soy-sucking rice planters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, was that bad? Was that bad? Banned. Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't really care either.
And
If you're watching this stream, you probably don't care, and you can appreciate a good racially charged joke every now and then.
Yep.
Allegedly.
I mean, the current climate we have right now is basically killing comedy.
Oh, I know.
Because, I mean, the ratings for SNL are in the fucking toilet because their shit is all politically correct. Nobody wants to watch it.
It's all, I mean, for 4 years, it was all Orange Man bad, Alec Baldwin doing a terrible Trump impression.
Mm-hmm.
It's, come on. The Emmys have become like the Special Olympics of award ceremonies as a result.
Yep. Oh, God.
When Samantha Bee gets an Emmy nomination for outstanding comedy writing, you know that you've jumped the shark after it stuck its dick in your ass. Speaking of which, China's government banned effeminate men on TV and told broadcasters Thursday to promote revolutionary culture, broadening a campaign to tighten control over business and society and enforce official morality. Something that China is oh so good at. Child labor, COVID. I'm sorry.
Well, not to mention the Uyghur Muslims live in rape camps.
I wasn't even going to get into that, but, would you talk us down that path? Now it's going to get all dark in here.
Well, I mean, that's what's going
we
on.
go in the weeds again.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to do the face then.
What?
Going off in the weeds, I tell you what.
Now look at the picture of that dude in there.
The one on the top there on the TV.
Yeah. I mean, he needs to get banned just to, I mean,
Oh,
fucking
that's a
ban him.
dude.
That's a dude.
I didn't even look that close. I would have said vagina.
That's a dude.
Yeah. Although nowadays, you can't really tell.
Yeah. Get the fuck off the TV. We don't need to see your shit.
I had to pull that close up to my face there. I was like, is that a dude? I was like, no way. That is a dude.
I'm going to be honest. Like, if I'm watching TV and somebody comes on that's lighting the loafers, I just change the channel. I don't care what that son of a bitch has to fucking say.
Light in the loafer.
Fuck that shit.
What was the other expression you used to use? A little bit of sugar in their tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need anyone with, like, a quart of sugar in their tank to give me life advice. Fuck off.
Yeah. When your butthole looks like a strawberry, I really don't need you giving me advice.
Not one time in my entire military career can I ever remember some light in the loafer motherfucker walking up and go, "You need to really man up there, Sharon Pop." Like, what?
Who do you think you're talking to?
Like, dude, that's never happened because they don't exist. Maybe today they do, but back when I was in, nah, not so much.
Yeah. But speaking of girly men, this one, it's an older story, but for some reason it was reprinted recently, and it's just too funny not to share. Not to mention, you'll have some sympathy pangs. Jealous bloke who chopped off his pal's willy with an axe because it was bigger than his. A drunken decision to have a penis measuring competition after a 2-day bender ended in bloodshed, amputation, and the threat of prison for 2 middle-aged pals. I don't think they're pals anymore.
They're not pals anymore. And why? Well, the one who got his dick cut off, why would they put him in prison?
I don't know. 2-day
He suffered
drinking.
enough, man. Come on. Leave the guy alone.
Yeah, the drinkers judging the drinkers. Yeah, that's totally rich. Forget everything we just said.
Yeah, cut off his wang. Jesus Christ.
Oh, this is terrible. According to reports, the 47-year-old victim from Bashkortostan, it's the first time I've ever uttered that phrase out loud, in the Urals region of Russia, had been boozing heavily with his 52-year-old buddy, a close friend since childhood. Things got heated when the pair drunkenly decided to have a measuring contest. Unhappy at losing, the older man took an axe to his so-called mate's manhood, lopping it clean off. He was arrested and held by police. This happened 5 years ago. I don't know why they're writing about it now, but hey, it's pretty funny.
Listen, you hit me with an axe anywhere in my body, and I recover. I'm killing you. I'm coming back, and I'm killing you.
That's fair play.
Well, it was in Russia, so they're known for doing their crazy shit.
Well, I mean, it's close enough to Russia.
True.
I mean, come on. I mean, Russia basically inherited all of the stands except Afghanistan, which they tried to inherit, and it didn't work out. Same for us.
Not so much.
But,
More on that later.
Yeah, more on that later.
It's quite astonishing. And you'll notice that as we go through the rest of the subjects for the night, even the weird news that we picked prior to the stream feeds into all the rest of the stuff. Try to be very particular about what we cover tonight, since we're only really touching on a few subjects. But they bear discussion. So.
Amen.
Handy women. I love seeing that look on your face whenever I see that.
Stop
Fucker.
I hate that.
I know. Next one on the list here, and this one just arrived to my attention today. This is quite horrendous, but it definitely feeds into what we're going to be talking about. Democrats just voted to allow Biden-backed IRS to have even more control over Americans' banking information. So glad we no longer have to deal with mean tweets.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the IRS has always been used as a club against everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, this was really big during Obama. I'm not sure if it went on during Trump. But, this is further going to, first of all, when it does get down to the point where it's going to get ugly, which I hope it doesn't, but my gut's telling me it will.
Yeah.
I'm not really holding out a lot of hope for the IRS people.
Nor am I.
No, I'm not. I mean, once they start drawing that hard line in the sand and people start brushing off their, thingamajiggers to do whatchamacallit.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck them.
So the meat and potatoes of this. Senate Tuesday rejected a measure introduced by Republican Senator Mike Crapo. That is a very unfortunate name, good sir. You might want to get that checked. Of Idaho. Not to be confused with his ex-wife.
Okay.
Going to get you sued. A ranking member of the Finance Committee would have prevented the International Revenue Receivers from having access to Americans' private banking records. The rule was defeated 50-49 in a party line vote. He tried to propose it as an amendment to the lovely budget resolution, which is dead on arrival. It would have prohibited President Beijing Biden's administration from requiring financial institutions to report all transactions on accounts with a balance of more than $600.
Yeah, so if you're moving more than $600, they got to know about it.
Or just an account with more than $600, period.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Just a bit.
I mean, we already have something in place. If you're fucking doing illegal shit and the police hear about it, they go to a judge and get a warrant. Then they look at your shit to see if you actually are doing illegal shit or if there's enough information there to look at what you're doing a little more deeply.
Mm-hmm.
But now, just willy-nilly, fuck it, everyone. Let's look at all your shit. Fuck, this is getting insane.
It's getting way out of hand. And every time, it's always the same crap. Well, it's for the children. It's for the interest of national security.
Yeah, let's keep you safe.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
So just remember, as we continue through the rest of these subjects for tonight, the Biden administration, Democrats in general, totally care about your privacy.
Yep.
Oh, totally.
Totally. Oh,
Totally. Oh, and here we go. Grotesque hypocrisy. Come swallow a heels up, pull my Harris, supports murdering babies in the womb and demands everyone be vaccinated because the Bible says so.
What?
I I may not be a religious man of sorts, but I'm pretty sure it don't say that in that good book.
Listen, my grandfather was a minister. And I had to sit there through all of the Bible readings and all the other crazy brainwashing that goes on. And not one time can I remember in all my sick, twisted bullshit that went on that they ever mention anything about vaccination.
No, this was her justification. I'll read it to you.
Yeah, okay.
The Western Journal notes, it's always laughable when Democrats start thumping their probably borrowed Bibles to preach to Christians, but it's downright absurd coming from the likes of Vice President Come Swallow a Heels Up Pull My Harris. The abortion-supporting politician has been attempting to evangelize the reluctant faithful into taking the hastily developed novel vaccine by telling them it's a way to follow the biblical edict of love thy neighbor.
What the fuck? Love thy neighbor. How the hell does that even come into play?
It really doesn't.
Yeah, that is such a stretch. I can't even fathom how that even goes together.
And as recently as 2019, when Harris was still a senator, she voted against the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act that would require doctors to give medical care to infants born alive after a botched abortion. Truly our barbaric world when a procedure is deemed a failure when a baby survives it.
Have you actually seen footage of the late-term abortions or partial birth abortions?
That's the kind of shit you can't unsee.
I mean, it's literally the equivalent of them going up this woman's hoo-ha, stretching out her uterus to get in there, and taking a medical sawzall, cutting up this baby to bits and pulling him out. I mean, it is insane. That is some of the most barbaric shit I've ever seen. And I could only stomach like 3 minutes of the footage because, I mean, the nightmare fuel that's putting in my thinking meat is so egregious. I had to turn it off.
It is pretty damn disgusting.
It was terrible. It was terrible. And I've seen some pretty bad shit, man.
So is that better or worse than the video on BitChute of the manual transmission surgeries that you could only handle about 5 seconds of?
Yeah, well, you're cutting on it. You're cutting on your junk, man. That's worse. I mean, you're a full-grown man, and they're sawing off your shit. I mean, that's worse. But still, you know, bad. I mean, that's just nasty.
Ugh. So before we get into the... go right ahead, Jimmy.
I would say that's nasty.
Now, that's just nasty.
It is.
It really is. Now, if you could have this shot of whiskey that's brand new or one that's had 31 cocks in it, which one would you drink? That's the trick question.
I mean, just think about this. Just think how evil the Democrats have become.
It's
that they're totally cool with late-term abortions, and they're even after-birth abortions. I mean...
Oh, you remember that, what was it, the Virginia governor, right? Went on and doubled down on his things like, well, you know, if the kid's born, you know, we'll make it comfortable, and then we'll decide basically whether or not it gets to live. Wow.
Yeah, you know, and then once you start doing... Well, I'm going to be honest. All right, it started off with safe and rare.
Oh, yeah, safe, legal, and rare, yeah.
You know, it got to the point where people were using it as a form of birth control. They're just out there willy-nilly, letting people, like, shoot the shotgun directly into the warehouse. Oh, I'm pregnant. Oh, I go in and get it taken care of, or I take the Plan B pill. Now, for, like, the Plan B pill, I don't have a problem with.
Yeah.
If you go out and decide, you know... to get a train run on you, and then the final caboose sticks, and then you're on your way home, you stop up at CVS, and you get yourself a Plan B pill, you take it, and then
mental pictures, man.
and then that's it. Fine. Got it. All right. Got it. But you know, this man, you know, just cutting these kids up and all this, and then they're selling the fetal cells to, you know, big pharma to do what God knows what with.
Oh, but they totally don't do that, right?
And whatever.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It wasn't that what the whole shindig was about in Cucalifornia, Stan? The one who exposed exactly what the great eugenics experiment that Planned Parenthood was doing, and now he's the one facing like 9 felony charges.
Yeah, he's getting charged with a bunch of felonies. That's such horseshit. Now, here's the thing that I'd like to do is start a national movement called jury nullification.
Oh yeah.
Because most people don't know this.
Yep.
If no matter what the judge tells you, you have to convict on this and this or whatever, you don't have to do what the judge says, and there's nothing he can do to you.
No, if you as a juror feel that the law that the person is being prosecuted under is unjust, no matter how much proof there is,
You can
jury
say,
nullification.
no, well, you don't say jury nullification.
No.
You just go in there and go, I
can't convict him.
I can't convict him. I just don't think.
Yeah.
From the preponderance of evidence, I just don't see it. There's nothing they could do to you.
No.
In fact, I would like to see the followers, if we get enough of them out there across the country, to hang up signs off of like overpasses about jury nullification.
Yeah.
Because
education,
unless there's a genuine victim, this is absolutely insane. I mean, I've mentioned this several times. Like, for instance, the big government can come in here, kick your front door, come into your house. You're a family man.
Yep.
You got a kid. They could go through your house with a fine-tooth comb and find enough to put you in prison for 7 years. There's so many bullshit victimless laws on the books.
Yeah.
They can literally, they can circumvent your constitutional rights by convicting you of some nonsense horse shit. We need to go back to having real life victims.
Yep. Not just a victim because I said so in my feels.
Correct. Yep. All right. The minorities of this country have a really good argument about the whole marijuana bullshit.
Yeah.
We've had countless people thrown in jail for long periods of times, lives ruined because of marijuana.
And gee, I wonder who wrote all of that crime bill legislation that they're bitching about, and then they still voted for the guy.
No, well, yeah, the duly installed?
The duly selected President of the United States.
No, I totally.
And his VP, who loved to keep people past their prison sentences to keep exploiting them for cheap slave labor.
Yeah, and she had to drop out of her presidential bid because of her support was so fucking low.
She got smoked like a cheap cigar that Bill Clinton then rammed somewhere.
Oh, God.
Probably. Fucking bastard.
I had to cut to that face, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
God.
Lord, I apologize and be with the pygmies down there in New Guinea. Amen.
Totally sorry.
But before we get into all of Bill Clinton's illegitimate children, because, yes, we're going to be talking about the Texas abortion law. Let's read a couple super chats. What do you say, Popp?
All right.
I know they're your favorite thing. We're going to try to lighten the mood tonight in between. Plus, I want to specifically pose a question to the chat after we start talking about this.
Okay.
Irish Lover 7745. Check out Taliban football on Reddit, Blake. This is who's in charge of Afghanistan now. Taliban football.
Is that where I think that's where they have like a dead goat and they throw it through. It's like soccer with a dead goat and they got a bunch of horses.
I was going to say, is that where they cut off an infidel's head and play soccer with it?
I don't know. It could be. Who knows?
Just asking for a friend.
Over there, they call it football.
We're going to start seeing all kinds of egregious shit coming out of that country.
Yep.
Oh, it's already happening.
Oh, yeah. Alternative Lifestyles for Men donated $5. Thank you very much, good sir. No comment with that one, so if there was one, it was deleted by YouTube, not by us. Migtao cogito ergo sum. No man is free who is not a master of himself.
That's right.
Amen to that. Talbot links, China, the rice paper dragon. A big spark will cause a major flash in the pan and take some eyebrows with it. Waiting for that show with my goggles on.
Listen, I've had my eyebrows burned off before. It wasn't pleasant.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very pleasant.
Nah.
I imagine it would be quite uncomfortable.
No. We were in the field and they were filling up 5-gallon fuel cans from the fuel truck, and the guy who was doing it had let too much spill. You're supposed to have like a thing. He was just doing it on the ground.
Oh.
No, he didn't have a catch underneath that. And then later on there was a spark, and I happened to be, getting my chow that morning, And I was literally got my food. I turned, boom, hat blew off, knocked on my ass, food all over me, eyebrows gone, and the front like 2 inches of my hair burned off. I was so fucking pissed. God, it was a horrible day. And then everyone fucked with me for like until my hair grew back, man.
Well,
And here's the weird part: my eyelashes were still there, but my eyebrows were gone. How's that possible?
I don't know. Maybe you squinted just that hard.
I don't know.
It's funky, man.
If I'd have been like 10 feet closer, I probably would have caught on fire. I forgot about that till just now. Wow.
So these are stories that, the people who only watch the Lair videos, they miss out on.
I didn't tell that one because I didn't remember. I just remembered it.
It's amazing what brain damage does.
I know. It's great. It's like,
Every time you remember a good story, it's like finding a 20 in your pocket.
It is. It is.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's amazing.
Tony Soprano, did you hear about the black swan that landed in Tiananmen Square the other day? I guess that means 4 more years of communism. Oh,
Never heard about that. I never heard that.
jail. I didn't hear about that either.
Yeah.
Alternative lifestyles for men with a $20 donation. On my 3rd dose of horse paste tonight, gents. It's been a wild ride, temp of 103 on and off for the last 11 days, but I'm still kicking. Anyway, here's a beer and a buffalo wing donation to you, good sirs.
Thank you. But if you should decide, now I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice. And I'm certainly not telling you, take the horse paste. But if you're going to do such a thing, you look at the applicator. It goes by body weight. You look at what your body weight is, and then maybe you go to whatever the applicator says and use that amount. Don't use the whole thing because one of those applicators is basically for a 2,000-pound animal.
Ooh.
The whole thing. Now, if you're one of those individuals who suffers from Tourette's to the elbow and you're 500 pounds, you can get about 3 treatments out of that.
Not that you would know or anything.
I don't weigh that much. I don't have Tourette's to the elbow. I'm just saying.
It
goes by body weight.
Talking about the horse paste in general.
Maybe.
Maybe a little bit of special avocado toast for you.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say I haven't bought a whole bunch of that. Though I did.
Totally doesn't work, yeah.
I got
Trust Big Pharma.
Well, I got the pills for hydroxychloroquine before it even came here to America once I started on the media.
Banned.
And then I started reading studies on the ivermectin, and it didn't take long for me to get my hands on that shit.
Banned. You can't say the word. You got to call it horse paste.
Oh, horse paste, sorry.
Banned.
Yep, sorry. But it did take me long to get my hands on that.
You're so fucked.
I could get I can literally, if I want, and I'm motivated enough, get my hands on anything. Literally, anything.
Not allegedly, literally. You heard it here first. Crossed off with a $5 donation. No comment available. Thank you very much, good sir. Gregory Van Dyke with a $5 donation. Sitting here watching you guys sharpening my knife. The mother effer slipped and is sticking in my foot. That explains all the typos.
I've done that before. That sucks.
Sorry, brother. Hope you're okay.
Yeah.
James Rankin, is Popp familiar with the tanks being moved around the U.S. en masse in railways or reports of Chinese UN soldiers stationed up in Michigan for whiskey?
All right. First of all, I saw that this same individual, I think, left a comment. All right. Now, if there was a bunch of shit getting moved around here in Michigan, I would know about it ASAP. As moving a lot of the armored vehicles and units around the United States. We have JRTC, we have NTC, we got Yakima Firing Center, all of which have armored units coming and going all the time. All right. Now, given the size of the military, there is not enough armored vehicles. There is not enough people in the U.S. military to do fuck all to the entire country.
No.
There's enough to go after state by state if they want to do something stupid.
With the exception of maybe Texas, I would say.
But the minute the whole U.S. military descends on 1 or 2 states, it's game on.
Yeah.
That we're not going to tolerate that.
No. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
That's
But
exactly
you know,
what
there are credible sightings of Chinese troops in in Canada doing winter survival training, and then I've heard some rumblings about China, getting buddy with Mexico and countries in South America.
You did a whole layer on that.
Yeah, I did.
Shit, though, I did hear rumblings a little while ago that they even bought an airspace or an airport or a landing strip or wherever somewhere down in Texas. I don't know if that's true or not, but
I don't know about that. All I know is if things go south between America and China, the shit that China bought in this country they're done.
Yeah.
They will not get paid any debt. Anything they own will be basically appropriated, needs of the United States. I mean, they're fucked. So, sure. I mean, China could still get stupid and do what they want to do, but I mean, they're going to take a big hit.
Yeah.
But, what do I know?
It's a long time coming.
I'm just an old Green Beret grunt, talking shit. Yeah.
That's what happens, man. Hall's in the Kid. Get your fans to go on Tim Pool's live stream and demand to get Terrence on the show. We're working a backdoor entrance at the moment. Hopefully it'll work.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't think we have enough people on our YouTube channel, number one. Number two, I think we're too profane and
Us? Never.
yeah, we're just
never.
too brutal in the way we talk about things.
That's a lie.
that would definitely have to be a members only.
Now listen, I
Yeah.
watch almost all the Tim Pool stuff. I don't agree with everything, but he makes some good points. I don't have anything against the man.
The only thing I have against him,
He sits on the fence too much.
fence sitter. Yeah, that's it. Like, even in clear-cut cases of right and wrong, it's like he's so painfully aware of that YouTube algorithm, he has to sit on the fence, even though the post is going right up his ass.
Yes. Hey! God damn you. I didn't even see that one coming. Bastard, that's twice.
I'm trying to get better at it because you've gotten so like, what a tie? You got like your Sonny Chiba shit going on.
Listen, man. When I played football in high school, I couldn't catch shit, but I could knock passes down.
I know.
They called me stone hands.
Oh, the wisdom of Stonehand. Oh,
No, I remember one practice, I knocked down like 15 passes.
Stonehand's master is MGTOW.
Yeah. And my coach was like, why don't you just catch one or two? I'm like, nah, I can't do it. Not going to happen.
We got to do the Japanese thing. It's like, you're the bastard who killed my master. You go ahead.
Yeah.
You're the bastard who killed my master. I have no idea who your master is. My master is MGTOW. Now, I kill you.
You can get banned for just that. We can't even do that
Probably
in
you can't
Canada.
even say, yeah, it's M6 Tau now. Thank you for that.
No. I have some associates who produce videos in Canada, and there's a lot of stuff that they can't even use of mine because it's too offensive. And what a bunch of spineless pussies.
Well, in Canada, yeah,
Yeah.
they're everywhere.
Not going to say all Canadians are spineless pussies.
No, because if we said that, we would be sorry.
Sorry. But enough of them are voting for policies that are giving the world the impression of you being spineless pussies.
A little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, you re-elected Castro's demon seed after he broke one of your cardinal rules of brown facing. I mean, you can't even hold yourself to your own damn principles. How the hell do you expect to hold the rest of us to them?
Yeah. Now listen, this is ridiculous. If it's wrong, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and I will rip on anything that comes across as being ridiculous.
Damn right.
I rip on every country in the Western world at some point or another, to include Germany, England, especially France, the surrender monkeys, Sweden and Denmark. It doesn't. Russians. I love the Russians to a certain degree, but I rip on them as well.
We rip on everybody.
Everyone. So if you're like, well, you need to stop talking bad about my country, you just sit back and watch a few more episodes, because I rip on everyone, to including my own country.
And yourself.
And myself.
I would say that you have been the butt of your own jokes as much as anyone or anything.
because a majority of the shit I talk about are mistakes I made myself.
There you go.
Why I am not dead, I have no idea. I am not kidding.
You know what? That's true for probably a lot of us here, I would say.
Oh, dude, I have probably a good 6 or 8 I should be dead stories.
We could do a whole stream on that. Or you know what? There's your next lair.
I should be dead stories.
There's your next lair. We're going to record it tomorrow. I should be dead.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
All
one
the
of them
times
would
I
be
should have
getting
been
almost
dead.
blown up at a fuel point. I totally forgot about that one. Yep.
We'll see if we can dig some more of those stories out of you tonight, Pop.
Hell yeah.
I was doing a jump. I had a really bad entanglement. That got really crazy.
You know what? When you tell the burning off of the eyebrow story, I'm going to have to get that Mythbusters clip. Remember, like season 1, he blows us. Am I missing an eyebrow? It's like, and then he realized, my hair too? Oh, fuck. I have a date tonight. Well, good luck with that.
Hey, if it doesn't work out, if you walk in there, your hair's burned off, you go, hey, baby, I almost died at work today. My hair got burned off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If she doesn't understand, you don't need her anyway. Fuck her.
I mean, it should get the bitches wet. I'm just saying. You almost got blown up today? That's hot. No pun intended.
You almost died? Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Just diddle my bean
Here,
for me.
let me just get on my knees and put my hair in a ponytail real quick. Nothing's gonna happen, but
Well-
if something happens,
Well, something happens. I mean, I always bring extra hair ties just for you, baby.
Oh.
Call them ponytail bracelets.
Some of the women that used to hang out at the second range town, the Rangerettes, they were turned on by the fact that we routinely fucked with extreme danger.
Oh, yeah.
Routinely.
Oh, it's just like the Highlander movies. You ever that? Like, all it takes, like they see him get ran through or something, get shot in the face, and he just shrugs it off. And, I'm Connor McLeod of the Clan McLeod, and I cannot die. Oh! Just like rubbing their fucking tits in his face like 2 seconds later.
Yep.
I officially call slut on all those chicks. Just saying.
Slut. All right.
Damn it. We were way off in the weeds.
Yeah,
Hang
well.
on, here we go. The rest of the chats here, and then we'll get on to the subjects. Captain Dragoon Cabulus announced today many appointed newly Afghan government are on the FBI terror list. WTF. Are you shocked?
No.
I wonder if woke feminists will have signs of hashtag Banu Nagara. I don't know what that is.
I have no idea who that is.
But we have seen some wonderful photos of how feminists are treated in Afghanistan.
Oh, they
that
just
will
had-
never be on this show.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I was reading a story about they came out to protest, and the Afghan just went out there and fired a bunch of weapons over their head, and they all ran off. I'm sure they killed a few of them, but that wasn't really talked about.
Well, the pictures that you sent me, or were sent to you rather, were
Egregious.
quite egregious. That's one word for it.
Mm-hmm. And we won't be able to cover these pictures or any of that shit on
No.
a YouTube stream, but in the future on Alt Tech, we'll probably go through a lot of the horrible shit that's going on.
Yeah. Suffice it to say, when you only have 3 orifices and you got 10 dudes who have never touched anything that didn't also have a penis, you just make more holes. God!
Yep. What were we going to say, Jimmy?
Ugh, sorry.
I was gonna say I've seen some pretty egregious shit myself on the what Instagram will allow to see. They'll still give you the sensitive content. It's like, well, I want to know what the fuck's going on, and
Yeah, you know what I miss?
not good.
I miss that old video platform called Ogre-ish.
Ogre-ish.
It's old.
Sounds familiar.
It is.
Is that like the rotten.com
No.
generation
It
of the
was
internet?
Ogre-ish, and then it became Live Leak, and then it became something else.
Oh.
Ogre-ish. I mean, they used to show they'd show anything. Like literally, I remember pulled a video off there, and I showed it to my troops before we deployed to Iraq of the Muslims cutting off heads in Chechnya. Like dudes are alive when they're doing it.
Oh.
And I remember I showed that to my guys when we first getting ready to deploy, and they're all freaked out. And I go, "That's what we're up against."
Yeah.
And sure as shit, it happened. Al Jazeera showed it live.
Oh.
And all my guys were flipped out. And I remember I had to pull them all in and basically say, listen, they just did us a huge favor. And everyone's like, what do you mean? I'm like, now we know the rules. There is no surrender. There is only fight to the death and take as many of them as you can with you, period. And after I did that, you could literally watch the fear factor go from like 10 to like 3. So like, yeah, fuck them.
Well, there you go.
That's right.
Oof. Gnarly. Jeff Schroeder enjoying a 12-ounce glass of Bird Dog Blackberry on the rocks.
12 ounces.
Outstanding.
Listen, I went down to go hang out with my buddy, one of my Army buddies in New York State, Sergeant Sportello.
Oh, Sportello, yeah.
I roll in like at 11:30, 12:30, something like that on Wednesday night, And he literally meets me at the door, hands me a solo cup full of fucking whiskey.
He knows his audience.
By 1:15, I was like, God, fuck it. I mean, I was twisted up. Twisted.
Oh, I remember the moonshine
Yeah,
debacle, yeah.
that was a good one.
I thought you guys were going out. Dude, that was 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
And I just got up. I walked over. I grabbed the whole jar of apple pie moonshine, put it under my arm, and it said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I just walked out the door.
Bye-bye.
Suck it!
Oh, crap.
Any more super chats?
Oh, there's lots here, yeah. Talbot Links, rich Chinese businessman, member of the CCP, bought land for green energy development in Texas near the southern border. Built an airstrip. Texans know.
Guess what? Yeah, and if it gets ugly, Texans are going to go down there and basically seize that whole thing.
Yep.
And turn it into a Texan airstrip. And fuck China. Fuck them. Fuck China. Fuck them.
China is asshole.
China is asshole.
That's the best line I've ever heard in the last 5 years.
They really have. They have concentration camps there, and the ones the Uyghur Muslims go to are basically a forced breeding rape camp.
Yep.
That they take organs from some of these people and execute people on the regular.
Yep. But what happens? You got LeBron James saying that Pepe Le Pew is too problematic for his Space Jam movie. But let's
so they're blaming
China
Pepe Le Pew
cock.
for the failure of his fucking movie?
Oh, no, that was beforehand, but they cut out the Pepe Le Pew scene because it's problematic. But, you know, he sucks China's commie cock on a regular basis.
Well, first of all, actually, I started this like a year and a half ago. Any goddamn thing that I want to watch, I look at the preview. If there's any woke horse shit in there, they're not getting my money. I will watch it anonymously through pirated horse shit, but they are not getting my fucking money.
Amen to that.
Nope.
Yep, that's the same way with me. I haven't seen a movie in theaters since the remake of Halloween, just because I'm a Michael Myers fan.
Like, if every conservative had that same idea, Hollywood would cease to exist.
They would go the Bollywood way.
Oh yeah.
And like, here's another thing. This is another weird vision I had. All right, so say we have a two-way rifle range situation, and then it resolves. And while we're reorganizing, a lot of these companies that basically gave a lot of money to BLM, Antifa, and the left are literally labeled as foreign entities.
Yeah.
And they are taxed at foreign rates, even though they were used to be an American company. They are not American companies after that. And a lot, like another weird thing I was coming across is there will be a lot of people who are going to die. It'll be very ugly. There's going to be almost zero mercy given out to like the CEOs and the corporate boards who run a lot of these companies and media companies that are basically pushing the horse shit that they are now. It's just a vision. It might not happen. We'll see. I could be wrong. Not all of them come true. I'm not a Nostradamus or anything.
Yeah, you're more like Miss Cleo.
I just see shit, man.
I'm sure she at one point in time had 4 king dongs in her mouth.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, man, a dude starves in ranger school. Somebody throws some shit over the fence and you eat it. And all of a sudden, I mean, come on.
You shit in one Pringles can. Where?
Everyone and their mother knows about it and they never let you live it down.
The internet is forever, Pop.
Hey, look.
Forever.
Dude, I used to pull up some wicked practical jokes.
Oh, I know.
Wicked.
All right, back to the chats here. Ohio Trucker 1 with a $20 donation. Thank you very much, good sir. Ohio has constitutional carry in the state senate right now, hoping it passes. FYI, got my third shipping container and filling it with booze.
Shipping container. I wish I had more money, man. I just don't have enough money.
We're working on it. Working on it.
Yeah.
Jorge Lujan with a $20 donation. Thank you very much, good sir. The Chinese bought Morningstar Ranch near Laughlin Air Force Base in Del Rio, Texas. They tried to make it a wind farm, but Greg Abbott signed a law preventing the Chinese from connecting to Texas's power grid. Holding the line in Brackettville, Texas.
Good.
Outstanding.
Good. Fuck them.
I don't agree with everything Greg Abbott does, but he seems to know at least partially what he's doing. His head isn't completely up his ass. He's got like an ear in there, maybe an eye. Capricorn Cabulus, don't worry, Pop. It's the bald head they all like anyways.
Okay.
Risky Crisky. You saved my life, Pop. Add another one to the list.
382.
Woo! Thanks, brother. Oh, he's also airborne.
382.
382. Outstanding. We need to get you like a tally up on the wall there. Like those dudes trying to count the years till they get out of prison.
Let me tell you, man. Yeah, I mean, 382 is a lot of men, and I want to do a lot more, but...
We need to be thousands.
Yeah, but
thousands.
People out there don't seem to understand. Like, when I write about this in my book, The Warrior's Way, there is no happy ending for heroes.
No.
If you are a true hero, your life is going to be an uphill battle. You're going to experience more pain than the average person, more loss than the average person. You are literally going to take a punch in the face by reality every fucking day. And you're just going to have to just drive on till you die. There is no happy ending.
No, the Dark Knight summed it up beautifully. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, everybody used to talk about what a philanthropist Bill Gates was. Now he's devoting his fortune to basically dismantling the human race. Fuck him.
Well, all I can say is he better hope that his vax bullshit doesn't wind up hurting a lot of people, because all the money in the world is not going to save him if that's the case.
True story. My name is Nobody with a $99.99 donation.
We're not worthy, bro. Thank you.
Not worthy at all. Thank you so much. Live saved.
383. God damn it. 2 tonight.
Woo. Irish Lover 7745 with a $10 donation. Check out Taliban football on Reddit for a graphic video of who's in charge. Warning to Pop, war crimes depicted. If we have time later on, because we're going to...
they're probably showing some executions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't play that here.
No. Talbot links with a $2 donation. Nostradonkus.
Ha! Nostradonkus. I like it.
Or we should be Nostradonculus.
I like it.
Nostradonculus, dude.
Nostradonculus.
New T-shirt.
Write that down.
Nostradonculus.
Hang on. Let me pull out the brain.
Where's the brain?
Hang
on.
on.
While you're doing that, I will move on to the last chat here on YouTube, and then we'll get into the abortion. Patriot of the West with a $5.56 donation from Australia. Odin bless gentlemen with each passing day. The more I feel the call of Valhalla. If and when you Yanks kick in the door, I'll be there at your back.
Well, all I can say is, once it begins, it's not going to be just our country.
No.
It's going to happen all over It's going to go all over the Western world.
Because if America really does set the tone for the world, which it tends to. I mean, China's kind of trying to take those reins away from us as we speak, but it's going to go down. If it happens here, it'll spread like if Amy Horton's
Listen,
herpes.
if it happens anywhere, if it starts going down in France, which I really don't see because they're a bunch of surrender monkeys,
yeah,
it's going to happen. It's going to jump over to England, Germany, and it's going to happen here.
Yep. Ugh. But what is happening here right now down in Tejas? Supreme Court upholds new Texas abortion law for now.
Hang on a minute.
I want to play a little game with you if you don't mind.
All right.
I want to play Spot the Propaganda.
Okay.
You ready?
Hang on.
Okay.
All right. No. Let's go.
Okay.
Do it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
The U.S. Supreme Court late Wednesday night refused to block a Texas law that amounts to a ban on abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy. The vote was 5-4, with 3 Trump-appointed justices joining 2 other conservative justices. Dissenting were conservative Chief Justice Roberts, of course, because he's a fucking idiot, and the court's 3 liberal justices.
All right. Hang on. My opinion on abortion. All right. I used to be a huge advocate for abortion until I had kids. Now, I understand that, stuff, humans are imperfect. Shit's going to go south. Things happen.
Yeah.
But 6 weeks is a little light. I mean, I would go with 8 to 10 weeks, maybe 12 tops.
Yeah.
Okay. After that, you got what you got. Because if you don't know you're carrying a kid by like the second to middle of the second month, you fucking deserve what you get. Period.
Yeah.
All right. And you could use the abortion pill up until like 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to get a huge soaker here. So
yes, we are.
We need to put everyone under notice. We are going to have a huge electrical storm. If this cuts out,
my bad.
Sorry, Mother Nature.
I know we're experiencing a minor amount of dropped frames, probably from the weather conditions, so just bear with us if it starts to get any worse.
How many people we have watching now?
Currently 713 on YouTube.
Excellent.
Thank you all very much for tuning in. But of course, I mean, they're not going to hold themselves to this. They left ways out for the opposing opposition in Texas. But, I mean, I don't think this is really going to stick. I don't think it's going to stay long. And the Supreme Court has ruled themselves to be nothing but a bunch of fucking traitors anyway in the last 6 months.
You said exactly what I was thinking.
Because if a state in a union can't hold other states accountable for selection issues, then we don't have a union anymore.
That's right.
And the Supreme Court is a bunch of traitors and defunct.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
So, yeah, to the guy in the chat who called us a bunch of state-worshipping rightists, fuck off, bro.
Where was he at? Let me find him.
He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Who's the state-worshipping?
Super Nautiloid talking about you bootlickers. You want to use authoritarian state force to control women's bodies. The authoritarian right never sleeps. Oh, you think we don't have science and logic on our side? Keep watching.
All right, first of all...
Hey, Super Noliatoid or whatever the fuck your name is, goodbye.
All right. Well, first of all...
he's more than welcome to keep watching because we're going to... We already made a whole episode debunking all the pro-abortion nonsense.
He can still watch. He just won't be in the chat anymore.
But, yeah, that's good. But the thing is like... you know how many times I get called a boat licker?
Oh, I know.
Because I, retired from the Army. You're just a non-thinking, bootlicking, blah, blah, blah. Well, first of all, let's see. I went in the Army at 17. When I went in, I was 5'8", the epitome of an average dude.
Yeah.
I went in the military. They kicked my fucking ass and gave me opportunities to excel, which I took advantage of.
Yeah.
I did almost all of the high-speed cool shit. Participated in war and peace. They paid for my college. They gave me a job, which gave me an upper end middle class income for a majority of my adult life. And I'm going to get a pension as long as the United States doesn't go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Period.
Good time.
You're not getting. Listen, in today's day and age, you're not going to get that again. Those days are gone.
No, they're gone. The military is being deliberately weakened.
Well, and that's why they're going to probably have to start drafting because those benefits and those perks of like, hey, I could go in and retire after 20 years and get on with my life. That's gone. Yeah. Why the fuck would you do it?
I don't know.
All right, that's a whole
other issue. All right, so it's funny though that obviously this person has never watched the stream before. If we were a bunch of state worshipping rightists, would Popp have an entire catalog of videos about preparing for a civil war?
Absolutely correct.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna have to go with the big fuck off with that one.
Yeah. And a lot of
Yeah, that's
people who
not
say
really how it
that shit to you wouldn't say it to your face.
And the authoritarianism is not coming from the right now. And you know what?
No.
People who think that this flies in the face of Roe v. Wade. And by the way, that reminds me of the question that I wanted to pose to the chat, because we're going to get into this later. We did make a whole episode about it, but it bears repeating because it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Let us know in the chat. Drop some super chats if you want to. Let us know your favorite pro-abortion arguments, because we've debunked them all. They're kind of hilarious.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So and people think they know Roe v. Wade, like, well, it's a constitutionally protected right. That's
no.
the technicality that they were able to weasel word it on. In January 1973, the Supreme Court issued a 7-2 decision ruling that the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment provides a right to privacy that protects a pregnant woman's right to choose whether or not to have an abortion. But it is also ruled that the right is not absolute. Therefore, it is not constitutionally a protected right and must be balanced against the government's interest in protecting women's health and protecting prenatal life. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but since 1973, have we or have we not made enormous scientific advances, particularly in the field of identifying and categorizing prenatal life?
Absolutely. Well, here's something. All right. Let's get serious here. Okay. How much money do we spend a year supporting NASA?
And how much of that money is spent on probes that are being sent to the farthest reaches of our solar system to look for one fucking living cell?
Correct. We have Voyager 1 and 2, who are now outside the scope of the internal solar system, and they're going into the Kuiper Belt and stuff.
Yep.
All right. Now, when those things went up in space, there was literally a whole room of people who monitored all the horse shit that was going on.
Yeah.
And that room of people has been funded to today. It's like 40 fucking years ago.
Yep.
And we're spending all of this money to find one goddamn piece of bacteria. And we'll say life exists outside of Earth.
Yeah.
But somehow, when you detect a fetal heartbeat, that's not life.
That's not a person.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's a clump of cells. It's not life.
Last I checked, we're all clumps of cells.
Yeah.
I was just about ready to say that. I was like, we're all fucking clumps of cells, and those are living. What the fuck?
Yeah, and there are complete life forms that are only one.
and they literally. Oh my God, I can't.
I know. We're gonna get into more of it, so
Yeah,
don't spin yourself up into oblivion quite yet, because there's gonna be a lot more opportunity for that.
I'm gonna
Trust me.
freak the fuck out.
Because the next thing we're gonna look at is the abortion counter.
Oh God!
Since 1980,
All right, now hang on.
1.627 billion.
All right, that's not even accurate. That's not accurate.
Oh, is it more?
It's more.
Oh, there are some that are conducted off the books, of course.
A lot of them are conducted off the books. Do you think they put an abortion on the books when they're putting the saws on, cutting a kid up? No.
Probably not.
And they're going to sell his organs out the back door? They're not going to report that. Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Just like they don't report that when you factor in abortions, they account for 61% of all black deaths within a year. You know, more black babies are aborted than born now. That's why I refer to Planned Parenthood as the great eugenics experiment, because its founder literally said that controlling the black population was one of her primary goals. And they line up for this shit.
Now listen, like I said earlier, 2.5 months, maybe 3 tops. Okay. Anything before that, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, up until 12 weeks, you're in danger of expelling it yourself.
that's right.
So,
Yeah, a lot of miscarriages happen naturally, and it is what it is.
yeah. There are a good number. I mean, if you take like everything down to the gnat's ass in terms of the logic that some people will use to try to knock this shit down, every woman who's had more than one period is a serial killer.
Yeah, and
So you can't really go that far.
And the argument they use for safe and rare to get it on the books,
That was just
that is a shining example of mission creep.
well that's quintessential leftoid bullshit.
Well,
You-
safe
you
and
say
rare.
something that's like weasel word legalese, and then over time you slowly move the goalposts.
Well, no, it started off safe and rare to get on the books. Now they're literally authorizing after it's born, letting it die or perhaps killing it.
Yep. And they're
what's
cheering
next?
it on like they just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, what's next? I could kill my kid at 1. I could kill my kid at 2, 10, 12. What? Why not 20?
Oh, and this is not about policing women's bodies. It's about embracing personal responsibility because that's what comes with equality.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
See, and I was going through my Instagram so I could find this, but Brandon Tatum, I think he said it best when he says, "Don't get it confused. I am pro-choice. Your choice was with Tyrone in the bedroom, not at the clinic."
Oh, man.
And you know what? They shoot themselves in the foot too because it's always my body, my choice. No uterus, no opinion. Up until they decide to have the baby, and then you know who doesn't get a choice? The father.
Well, it's 2021, Blake. Men can get pregnant too now. Don't you know that? Don't be a hateful bigot.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute, Jimmy. You read my mind.
Women have the AAA insurance policy. Abort,
Yes, they do.
abandon, and adopt.
And all of it's perfectly legal.
And the father has absolutely no input whatsoever if that can take place or not.
Yeah. And we've all seen what subsidized housing for women looks like who can't afford to take care of their children. Section 8, you know, they get welfare WIC. They get rewarded for being unable to hack it in the real world.
I did a whole, system surfers.
Yeah.
Across the country, if you average out all of the benefits these single mothers get, it's the equivalent of them earning $75,000 a year.
But they're still in poverty. And they do it, don't forget, they do it all themselves.
Yeah, while they have their smartphones and 46-inch flat screen TVs, and their kids play video games 24/7, 365.
Well, you know, the 46-inch flat screen TV is always really useful when you're trying to make sure that your butthole is in perfect focus for your OnlyFans account.
I like that. That's good. That's good.
Well, enjoy that while it lasts. I mean, they might have put off the whole no more Orn pay thing, but sooner or later, you're going to have to go back to work at the restaurant. And by the way, I like my steak medium.
That's right. And
Don't
my
forget the
beer
blowjob.
Cold.
Speaking of cold, could freeze ice on this woman's ass.
I hate her.
Circle back, Sally.
God.
Here we go.
I love this. You know, like you have to edit anything completely out of context to consider anything that comes out of this woman's mouth remotely as an own. So it's really hilarious when you see the memes that the left tries to make about her. How does she stay so skinny when she's eating Fox reporters for breakfast? Fuck off.
So,
You've never been pregnant, Psaki snaps at male reporter asking why Catholic Joe Biden supports abortion. Shall we listen?
yes.
Why does the president support abortion when his own Catholic faith teaches abortion is morally wrong?
Well, he believes that it's a woman's right, it's a woman's body, and it's her choice.
Why does the
That didn't answer the question.
president, who does he believe then should look out for the unborn child?
He believes that it's up to a woman to make those decisions, and up to a woman to make those decisions with her doctor. I know you've never faced those choices, nor have you ever been pregnant, but for women out there
That's
who have faced
offensive.
those choices,
I'm
this is an
offended.
incredibly difficult thing. The president believes their rights should be respected.
I find that extraordinarily funny coming from the administration.
But that same argument she's using is the same one you could do versus the poke and smoke.
Oh, I know. That's one of the reasons why we had to talk about this in terms of like privacy and choice.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. And it is even funnier when you consider that this is the administration that is literally attempting to erase women by calling them birthing people instead.
God damn, what a clusterfuck.
So all of a sudden, birthing people is just out the window. Now we're men and women again. Gee, it's like they really know what's going on, and they're just using this as fodder for the stupid social justice geese.
Well, you know, the sheeple in the middle who they can herd to their death using fear and bribery, yeah, they can use this all day long to make them do whatever they want. But if you have a brain on your head, on your shoulders, and you can use any kind of wisdom that comes with that, you see right through this horse shit. Propaganda does not stand up to the scrutiny of truth.
Nope.
That's why when we do our videos, we put the links in there. And all we're doing, look, we're hated and reviled for telling the truth.
Of course we are.
I mean, we've been getting blackballed since 15 for the whole red pill MGTOW thing, and all we're doing is telling dudes the truth.
Mm-hmm.
There's no upside to marriage. You're gonna get creamed in court. You're gonna lose your fucking kids. You're gonna wind up possibly living out of the back of your car or refrigerator box, becoming an alcoholic, hooked on dope. All because you got fucked over in some bullshit divorce or separation, or she ran off with your kid.
Yep.
All right, gotcha.
Yep. That's why I don't plan on getting married.
I'm not doing it twice, man. I'm good.
Once
I don't even think I'm going to do it once.
I don't blame you, bro. In today's day and age, there's no upside. There's no upside.
No.
Especially when articles like this actually exist and somebody decided to commit them to the printed word.
Oh my God.
Women aren't the only people who get abortions. This is my favorite. I'm going to read you this.
Are you fucking kidding?
I got to break this. Now, the thing is, this logic directly contradicts what is being used by the same administration that is actively participating in a real war on women. That's the funny part. Jack Queme Gutierrez was a 20-year-old college student in a self-described shitty relationship when they found out they were pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, right? It was in 2011, and Gutierrez, a non-binary person who uses the pronouns they, them, had to pool all their money at the time to pay the $500 to get an abortion pill. Even though Gutierrez chose to have a medication abortion, I don't want a bunch of people in my crotch, they were still forced to undergo 2 transvaginal ultrasounds before obtaining the pill.
I'm sorry, but the abortion pill is not $500.
Nah.
I don't.
Well, depending on where you live. I mean, if this is California, Stan. Yeah, West
yeah.
Adams neighborhood of L.A., yeah, it could be $500 in L.A.
Uh-huh.
But what's really funny is that this person claims to be a dude, yet still has a vagina, and hangs out with another dude.
Uh-huh.
Okay. We have a person who thinks she's a dude, so she can have heterosexual relations with another dude who identifies as gay.
Well, good. Yeah.
I was going to say that.
And they got all of that.
That's too many pronouns for me.
Look at all those
there.
tattoos and shit.
What in the fuck, man? Seriously, that's just making my fucking head hurt.
But it's it's stunning and brave.
Tattoos
right?
stand for temporary.
Oh,
Stunning
God.
and brave. Well, such a nice, stunning and brave birthing person.
Who chest feeds because breastfeeding is offensive too.
And what it comes down to, what really cracks me up is that, it's like, oh, we're supposed to be policing women's bodies. Okay, fine. So if we don't police women's bodies, what is it you want? Liberal feminists are embracing impurity and post-birth abortion, excluding most mainstream women. Yes, that's right. Most mainstream women do not agree with this shit. Instead of an all-inclusive tent that welcomes and celebrates the diverse views of women, feminism has become a select club driven by an elite agenda.
There we go. The post-birth abortion.
Shocker.
Which basically means after the kid's born, you can kill him.
Yep.
And then, I mean, like I said with mission creep, it started off with safe and rare. Now it's after birth, they'll kill them. Then it's going to be 1 year, 5 year, 10, 20. Pretty soon, anyone who is an undesirable is going to get, basically policed up and put to death.
Ugh.
That's why they want to take your guns.
Ugh. It's quite disgusting.
You're making me drink, God damn it.
Well, this is the kind of thing that really drives people to drink.
Mm-hmm.
And it should. I mean, now they want free abortion, state subsidized, on demand, for any reason. That is not the same as safe, legal, and rare.
Yep.
And they try to say, well, it's not rare. By the time they're 45, 1 in 3 women will have an abortion. That is stale, and it's been debunked more than Santa Claus.
All right. The cost of the abortion pill, it's $300 to $800. That's because there's usually 1 or 2 office visits required.
Yeah.
It's not so much the cost of the pill itself. It's the fucking hoops you got to jump through to get it.
Yeah.
Just saying. What do I know?
Just saying. I mean, what it comes down to, they try to make it about policing women's bodies because they don't really have an argument. Really what this is about, and I love this article here because it sums it up beautifully. Abortion is the ultimate rejection of personal responsibility.
It's absolutely correct.
Yep. And we know that it's a rejection of personal responsibility because while they're making the choice, it's my body, my choice. You don't have anything to say about it. And then as soon as they decide, you know what? I could get a check for 18 years. All of a sudden.
Because the man
Ugh.
doesn't have the benefit of walking away from his responsibilities.
Nope. Women can. All day long.
All day long in a month of Sundays, and they do it all the time. And they make excuses for it and blame you when they have to make that decision.
Oh, yes, they do. And we have so many receipts for this. We did a whole episode about it. I don't know if you remember. It was called, because there was a Twitter thread that some Mormon biatch put out there that blamed men exclusively for all unwanted pregnancies. And we tore her a Charlie Brown ghost ass with receipts.
I remember that one.
That was a good one. It's one of my favorites, I think.
Yeah. I love ripping people.
But is it really all men's fault?
No.
Is it?
Is it?
Is it? What do you think, Jimmy? Is it all our fault?
Look, women like to dick too.
I'm gonna have to go with the big no on that one.
Do you think we got receipts, Jimmy?
Yeah. You know
I
we
think
do.
you got maybe a couple.
Yeah.
Let's see them.
The craving for a baby that drives women to the ultimate deception.
Yep.
Baby rabies. No.
Baby rabies. Yeah.
Listen, in my younger days, not even in my not so younger days, I've run into a couple of women, actually more than a couple, who were suffering from baby rabies. And I had to quickly get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to do what you got to do. I'll read this to you a little bit, and then we'll skip to the part that really is telling. You're going to like this.
All right.
I wanted a career, freedom, a nice house to keep my figure. As a feminist, I looked down on mumsy types. But when I was in my late 30s, I decided that if I didn't get pregnant soon, that it might never happen. We did a whole video on this called The Cost of Baby Rabies.
Yeah.
I had also reached a point in my life where I wanted to settle down with a man, and though my boyfriend at that time was wildly unsuitable, I thought I could change him.
Uh-huh.
So she lied about being on the pill, of course. And then down here, the author of this article, who's the one making this confession, decides to drop a gigantic truth bomb. A 2001 survey revealed that a whopping 42% of women would lie about using contraception in order to get pregnant in spite of their partner's wishes. So please tell me exactly how it's equal.
All right. I got some information here. While I was living in New York, in Red Trash Land, I've actually come across...
Just saying that's the author.
Oh God.
Well, the thing, like, all right, there was a couple, more than a couple times. I was at an event that took place after a church service, and I listened to some of these ladies talking, in passing. And I remember on more than one occasion, there's a young woman at a table. She's got her mother, grandmother there, and some older women. And she's like, listen, my boyfriend just won't pop the question. I want to get married. What can I do? And they're like, yes, quit taking the pill.
Oh.
They're advising these women to do that to these men, to trap them. It happens more than 41% of the fucking time.
Those are just the ones who will admit it. Remember, these studies are usually surveys, and not everyone tells the truth. Women lie. And when you look at the Purdue and the Air Force studies that look at false rapé accusations, it's not 2%. That actually comes from a fiction book called Against Her Will that was published in the 1970s, and it's completely uncorroborated. No, the actual stat is closer to 60%.
Well, if you add in the unfounded, yeah.
No, literally, the Air Force and Purdue University studies, 60% were listed as false because they admitted that it was a lie.
Okay. Well, then the unfounded ones...
Even higher.
And
25% of them every year, like clockwork, according to the Uniform Crime Report, proven false through DNA.
Yeah, they're letting a lot of dudes out of prison for that shit, too.
Yeah, but it's all men's fault. All men's fault, always, every time, no matter what, even though women do the same stuff as men to avoid using condoms.
Correct. Correct.
Nearly 40% of the women who fell in this group said they downplayed the risks with their male partners, while 33% said they used seduction tactics, which the authors described as getting a man aroused enough that he gave in to her request for unprotected fornication time.
Yeah.
Roughly 3% of women in the study avoided condom use through manipulation, such as withholding sex or actually destroying the prophylactic.
Huh.
And then you have to add in sperm jacking and all that other stuff.
Yeah, we can't forget sperm jacking.
Yeah, but it's men are completely responsible for all unplanned pregnancies. It's totally our fault.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of men, especially when you're in your free-range fornicating years, that, they will hit the piece of ass to completion. Pills be damned.
Yep. And even after women exercise the AAA option,
yep,
or if they don't, and you're on the hook, even if she lied about being on the pill, you can't sue her. According to an Ontario court, father can't sue mother for lying about being on the pill.
No, but you could kill her.
Not advisable, but I would understand.
I'm not telling anyone you can do that. That's just an option.
I'm not saying you should kill her, but I understand.
Just be sure to plant some endangered plants above the body so they can't dig it up. Just saying. Not advice.
Woo!
Just saying.
I love this here. You want to hear the legalese from the judge?
Yeah, sure.
I see no
let's hear
basis.
this.
Oh, you'll love this. I see no basis on which to impose liability on the mother for any net negative impact he may consider that he has suffered due to having fathered the child, says Justice Paul Rouleau.
Yep.
So he's putting the dad on the line because the woman lied about being on the pill.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, you know what?
where
That
this guy
actually
lives?
happened to a buddy of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was married to his ex. Didn't know anything about it. She's like, "Oh, okay, it's okay. I'm on the pill. Well, slipped one by the goalie, and come to find out she hadn't been on the pill in months.
Shocker.
Slip one by the goalie.
And even if you didn't fornificate with her, she can still put you on the hook. Woman has twins with ex-boyfriend stolen sperm. Courts rule X to pay child support.
Yep.
Let me guess, Canada again?
Let's take a look here. As a society, we no longer chastise a woman for having X say outside of or before marriage. The double standard of the experienced male and the virginal female is thankfully outdated. It's not even a double standard because the difference between a master lock and a shitty lock. Master key and a shitty lock, I should say. But our new societal mores has not ended the practice of females purposely getting pregnant in order to hook a man. This was in Texas. The practice just hit a new low. A woman apparently stole her boyfriend's sperm from used condoms, took the sperm to a fertility clinic for IVF treatments, became impregnated with twins, and has now successfully sued him for child support. Way to go, Texas.
Wow. That's right.
This was reported on October 4th, 2014.
And I have no idea why she's still alive.
So men have to pay whether you do the woman or not. Mm-hmm. You have to pay whether she lied to you or not. And you have to pay even if the child isn't yours. Man ordered to pay $65,000 in child support for a kid who isn't his. Now, to the person out there in the chat who thought that we were a bunch of state-worshipping rightists, whose bodies are really being policed?
Correct.
And since you can't answer that question because Jimmy muted you, I'm going to have to go with a big fuck off.
Yep.
The chicken.
Well,
the
I
chicken
think I've
fucker
seen him
ran.
over here a couple times. I had to fucking.
The thing is, I'm sure
Shut
that it
him
would
up.
just be nothing but a blame and shame deflection anyway.
Oh yeah.
The bottom line is this, okay? 85% of the time when you're deciding custody in court, custody goes to the woman. And they claim it's the best interest of the child.
Now you got to throw in my my.
Oh, yeah,
caveat.
and the other part of the time
Now,
it's uncontested.
this is due to my own research. But 7% of the time when the man gets custody, it's because the mother didn't show up in court. So technically, you should take that out. So the dude gets custody like 6-7% of the time.
Yep.
That's such bullshit.
Yeah. So with that in mind, remember, most of these women will claim child support from the baby daddy. Okay. Now, if it was really about best interests of the child, wouldn't that child be placed with the parent that can support that child on their own? Unless that's not really what it's all about at all. Policing women's bodies is just an excuse for yet another money grift by the state.
Yep.
Just say.
Money grift.
If you don't believe me, look up Title 4D and smurf my balls while you're at it.
Absolutely correct.
Go ahead and snort the shaft while you're at it.
Smart the shaft. Make sure you work them balls there because, they need love too. You bunch of bastages.
So what are we doing for viewers now?
773 over on YouTube.
How many likes we have?
498.
Come on, man.
You're slacking.
Slacking,
You're
bastards.
slacking. And not to be confused with shellacking. Speaking of which, we got to talk about this a little bit before we move over. Because that we wouldn't live it down if we didn't talk about it.
All right.
And I know that you being you, we got to talk about another round of hiding with Biden.
Come on, man.
I hate
Give me
that
a little
guy.
break here.
You know you love it. So everybody's been asking the question because everything has gone so wrong.
Uh-huh.
What's the end game? What's really what happened?
Okay.
Well, turns out the Taliban is sitting on over $1 trillion worth of just minerals.
3 trillion.
$3 trillion bucks.
That's the estimate.
Yep. 2.2 billion tons of iron ore. That was according to a 2019 report by Afghanistan's Ministry of Mines and Petroleum. And 30 tons of copper, 2,700 kilograms of gold. Now, the biggest one, the rare earth deposits are believed to include vast reserves of lithium needed for electrical vehicle batteries and the world's low-carbon transition, Reuters reported.
Okay. But
Now-
do you see all that there?
Yes.
Russia knew this back in 78 when they came into Afghanistan.
Yes.
China knows it now. We knew it. We didn't even try to, capitalize on getting our hands on these resources because it's virtually impossible. China is going to try, and I can almost guarantee you it's going to wind up in another, bullshit war with China and Afghanistan.
Yep.
Yep.
But think about it, though. I mean, that many rare earth mineral reserves and lithium not only runs the cars.
It runs your
How's
phone,
your
and they
phone?
give it to crazy bitches.
That's true.
Yep.
And this country's full of them.
Yep. Well, I got to take a real piss real quick. My squirrel
Go
bladder's
ahead.
a little bit full.
Now, go ahead, boy. You good. You go empty that main vein.
I'm not going to do it Walt Disney on you guys.
He's still here about an hour and a half into the stream, so we're doing pretty good.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
I got you.
So this is enough, in my opinion. Do you think that this is enough to get the attention of China? And they were among the
course.
first. Before Taliban even took over the country, they were among the first to actually recognize them as the official government.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, that's par for the course.
Yeah. Quite ridiculous. And this goes back to 2013. A new war for Afghanistan's untapped oil. What's driving the recent surge in Taliban violence? So, yeah, from what I understand, the untapped oil reserves in Afghanistan are substantial.
I'm going to be honest. There's oil everywhere.
Yeah.
Now the only it is untapped technically, but there's oil everywhere. You dig down far enough, you can fucking find it. I mean,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
We're not prospectors, but we're just saying. Now, if hypothetically, let's say you had a crackhead son who was really good at setting up meetings with people because you're the big guy. And one of those people happens to be a gas and petroleum firm in, let's say, somewhere near Afghanistan. What, Ukraine?
Well, Ukraine's not really too close to Afghanistan.
It's closer than we are.
Yeah, it's closer. than we are.
And almost immediately after taking office, one of the things that Biden did was he terminated the Keystone pipeline here in America, but then he greenlit the Nord Stream pipeline, which almost guarantees energy dominance to the Russians.
Correct.
But, Trump was the Russian puppet and mean tweets.
Yep.
Biden administration close to striking controversial pipeline deal that may benefit Burisma. And this was July 20th, 2021. Less than a week later, Biden issued his frantically fast, leave everything behind withdrawal order, evacuating military prior to civilians, guaranteeing over $80 billion in weapons being left behind, not to mention hundreds of, possibly thousands of civilians, putting lots of people in danger. $86 billion in weapons, it almost sounds like a payoff. Now, if you're the Taliban and you don't care about, if you're the Taliban, let me just say, and you don't care about exploiting resources, but you care about maintaining your power once you have it, because you don't want to go through this whole rigmarole twice. Mm-hmm. Because the Taliban really doesn't give a shit about anything else other than, okay, well, we got it, we're good. Now we need to make our money, because primarily we're a political artifice. You let China come in and exploit one thing, you get your money from there. Big guy Biden, his Burisma pals come in and start mining the oil, cut the Taliban in for it. They've already got their weapons.
Yeah.
Am I way off base here? What do you think?
No, I mean that's a valid way of looking at this. Or because let's face it, there has been countless reports sent up the chain that the Afghan army is not going to be able to keep the government rolling. They knew this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there were all kinds of plans put in place on how to withdraw and how to do it the correct way. None of them were followed.
No.
That is intentional.
And didn't Biden, after publicly stating that the Afghan government, they got this, Corn Pop's a bad dude, wasn't there a private phone call recently leaked where he just said, yeah, they're fucked?
Yeah.
Well, they don't know what the hell it is they're doing. And Jen Psaki, who, of course, insisted on Trump's private phone call where no crime committed whatsoever, well, I'm not going to comment on a private phone call.
Yeah, we can't impeach this president for completely fucking over everything for that phone call. But
now, Jen
let's
Psaki,
go ahead and impeach Trump because he may have said some mean things.
My mean tweet.
Jen Psaki. All right.
Saki $5.
She's just a mouthpiece.
$5.
She's just a mouthpiece. She's only saying what they want her to say.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh yeah, that's agreeable.
So, I'm not going to totally kick her ass for that other than the fact she's a gangly old redheaded, evil bitch.
Oh, no, Jen Psaki herself tried to hold Trump's feet to the fire over a private phone call where no laws were broken.
Correct.
But now, when 13 Americans have died, the first Americans to die since Trump brokered the deal with the Taliban last February, and it could have been prevented. We're going to get into that, too.
Absolutely correct.
It seems a little bit self-serving, hypocritical.
Yep. I've had some guys who are in the service tell me that there was actually credible intel sent up the chain that they ignored.
Yep. Heard all about it.
Imagine my shock.
Imagine my shock.
Has that actually been put out in the media? Because I haven't read anything.
Yeah, I've seen reports or articles that have said that the military was informed about the attacks going on, and they didn't do shit.
Shocker.
Yep.
Well,
Yep. Can't deal with that. No, you're not allowed.
See, and that's why I think my shirt that I'm wearing tonight is very appropriate.
Yep. I love it.
Here we go.
I mean, why handle the issue, right, when you can, kill a bunch of kids and miss terrorists, right?
I mean, that happens all the time, man.
Like 75% of the people who die in these drone strikes are civilians.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is actually.
No.
There was a study recently conducted.
I'm sorry. I mean,
well, you're allowed to disagree, of course.
Well, listen. Okay, there is collateral damage. I got it. That happens all the time. There's nothing when you're dropping 1,000-pound bombs.
Yeah.
Okay, but listen, we are not that inept where 75% of the people getting killed are not combatives.
Well, I mean, you have to consider who's pointing the finger at where things are supposed to be happening too.
Well, no. Well,
I mean, we have a demented, ice cream sucker who
yeah.
fucking has
I
control
mean,
of the nuclear football.
I'll give you as much as 25% of people killed in drone strikes are non-combatants, but 75%, that's way too.
Well, I mean, take it up with the Clanker Army.
Okay.
That's where I initially heard it. Looked it up myself. Saw some shit. Looks legit
Well, I
enough.
know a lot of people get whacked on these things. I get you, but
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and this is what we were just talking about a little bit ago. A lot of lives could have been saved. So this is, I believe, in Spanish. So I'm gonna have to read it for you guys. What is being said by people who were involved is that the Department of Defense already knew who the bomber was.
Yep.
And when the Kabul attack would happen, and that a Predator drone had a lock on him.
uh-huh.
Okay, and that they refused to grant permission to fire upon that bomber.
All right.
Oof. And what else? Permission was requested and denied. Why? Because we are in this process of negotiating with the Taliban, who aren't even in control of their own government or their own people.
Well, all right. First of all, we're negotiating with the Taliban because everyone knew that they were going to wind up being in charge, either quickly or slowly, especially when they have been going around recruiting all the warlords to basically support their side.
Yeah.
Now, what people fail to realize or remember is before 9/11, Afghanistan was down the middle. There was the Taliban, and then there was another group of individuals.
Yeah.
And the Taliban basically killed the leader of the opposing party. Now, the Taliban is going to do some more fucked up shit, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to have somebody come. There's going to be another civil war in Afghanistan that doesn't want to do what the Taliban and all their crazy horse shit, because they're killing people. They're doing,
Oh, it's been off the chain.
yeah, it's about, and they actually kill like little women and girls for learning how to read.
Yep.
But
we're the new Taliban. We're not like the last one.
we're
We care
different,
about
and
you.
we love you.
We love you.
Oh, yeah, we're totally going to form a new inclusive regime that takes women into account, even though that's completely against the religion that they use to usurp power.
Let me hold my sides as I laugh.
I'm holding my breath for that one.
Amen.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I get I'm not sure if you guys saw this one, but I saw in the Gateway Pundits that Lindsey Graham, that stunning and brave Republican and whatnot, he says,
boy.
"Oh, we may or may not have to go back into Afghanistan to fight terrorism."
That's all part of the plan.
Well, no shit there,
Well-
Mr. Lindsey Graham.
Well, first of all, Lindsey Graham is basically he's a
Fuck
flip-
him.
He's
Fuck him. Fuck him right in the
He's a
ass.
flip.
Fuck
He's a flip flopper.
Yeah.
All right. So and he's so stupid. like they. All right. So America's technically out of there, right?
Yep.
And listen, from space you can see everything, right? So they know where these vehicles are, they know where the weapons are, and everything. Blow them the fuck up.
Yep.
That's really all
and
it would take.
I did see another article about the Taliban's talking shit about the American troops that were destroying the equipment before they left. Well, that's ours now. That's state-owned property. How dare they destroy it? I was like, you guys know you're the motherfuckers that are stoning women to death in the street.
Yeah.
And, giving the Rainbow Mafia people a lesson in physics and gravity.
I
Correct.
believe I can fly. Well, don't you
I
know, Jimmy?
believe I can.
I don't know if you heard, Jimmy, but all of that equipment that the Taliban took that was given to them, it doesn't exist anymore. The Biden administration is attempting to erase records of the $83 billion worth in weapons, training, and aid given to Afghans armed forces since 2002 as the Taliban takes what was left into their possession.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I did hear a little Tweety Bird talking about that, and Yeah, the pictures are quite damning of how big of a lie that is.
Absolutely correct.
Just a bit.
Jesus
Just a bit.
friggin' Christ.
I mean, why address the problem? Why not just admit you fucked up? Because weren't there innumerable tweets issued by Biden's handlers all through his campaign talking about how he would never pass the buck, he would take responsibility, never blame anyone else? Since this has happened, other than saying the buck stops here,
Yep.
has he stopped pointing his finger?
No, he's
No.
only pushing the same bullshit.
Well, what did he say in his last speech? Can you imagine what the last guy would have done if he was still here? It's like,
It would have gone off without a hitch because Trump didn't just claim to have military strength. He actually showed it.
he whipped out that fucking dang-a-lang, and he waved it around. He says, you know what? If you guys want some, it's
Come
here
get
for
it.
you.
Come get it.
And you know what? And that's one of the main things why I like Trump, because he was like, you know what? I'm gonna say it. If it pisses you off,
Don't care.
Yeah.
don't care.
Now, are we full on Trump pansies? Hell no.
No, here
When
we
he
go.
fucked
No.
up, he would fuck up bad. And when he
Oh,
left
it
office and his last batch of freaking presidential pardons, one of them went
Oh,
to
that
Kwame
fucking-
Kilpatrick. Dude, he dropped like 7 rungs on the respect ladder.
Yeah,
that
Kwame
day.
should have rotted
Oh, yeah.
to death in prison.
Fuck that
I
guy.
hate that guy.
Yep.
But,
yeah.
ugh.
If the only last 2 pardons that he would have done were Julian Assange or
Yep.
Edward Snowden,
Damn right.
I could overlook his red flag law that he was looking into because he kind of supported that, and the bullshit bump stock ban because of the Vegas shooting
Well,
and
because
all that shit.
he's not really a Republican. He's more of a 90s
No.
style Democrat. And that just goes to show you how fucking insane the Democrats have gotten that they will turn their back on one of their own. Like, Trump wouldn't exist without the media apparatus that ballooned his fame into what it is now.
No.
I think that's one of the reasons why they hate him so much.
Absolutely correct.
But the fact that the Overton window has shifted so far to the left that he looks like the far right Nazi in comparison to these disgusting fascist pig pieces of shit, that says all you need to know.
And another thing,
Yep.
like the people who are out there saying Trump 2024, Trump's going to be dead before then.
They'll kill him if he tries to run again. I really think so.
No, he's, yeah, you know. So
Well, he'll probably get food poisoning at one of his McDonald's.
I'm just
cheeseburgers,
telling
but,
you that I think he's going to wind up either dying or throwing his support behind DeSantis in Florida.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
See, and I've seen people posting that, oh well, Trump can run as a representative in Florida since he's a resident, and he could become Speaker of the House, and that's how he's going to become president. I'm like,
well, first
do
of
we
all,
really?
that would be hilarious.
That would be funny as
That
hell.
He
That
did
would be,
become a
I would
speaker.
laugh my ass off. I would laugh my ass off. But you know what? Do we really need Trump back in office for anything? How much money did the fucking media gain talking shit and making up stories about him, his family, the supporters, his administration,
I got
and
you.
everything?
I'm with you on that.
I'm just saying.
The Trump bump is
I
real.
don't want him to run just because the media is gonna fucking get their clickbait causes and
They're going to do
they're
the same
fucking-
thing to DeSantis. They're already
Yeah.
teeing him up for you know
Yep.
being lynched in the eyes of the media.
yeah,
But he wins
don't-
every single time.
Yep. I mean, I will respect him for this. He did awaken a lot of people to what's actually going on that were
With the
always
COVIDians.
having. Well, that and a lot with what was going on in the swamp and all that and shit. But we all know DC is not going to get drained. It's not going to happen. We're just going to have to accept that unless.
Not without a two-way rifle range. It's not going to happen peacefully. It can't.
Amen to that.
Yep.
All right.
You know, I don't want that to happen, but
I don't want it to happen either. I really don't. But I'm just telling you that the divide has gotten to the point where it's not going to get healed, barring some major event.
Yep.
It's not.
No.
We've got way too many people on the left who have had it way too good for way too long, and the only way you're going to shift that is with some misery and pain. However that comes about, who knows?
Yep.
All right.
Yep, the old Antifa or BLM peaceful protester
Fiery
that
but
just-
peaceful. Yeah.
just happened to shoot at 3 SWAT cops, got his fucking charges dropped. But we have people getting locked up and treated like shit and treated worse than those in Guantanamo because they just happened to walk into the Capitol building
Yep.
that day.
Ugh.
Yes, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
Disgusting.
So if the two-way rifle range were to happen, I don't condone it,
But
but
I
I
understand.
understand it,
Same here.
and it,
Same here.
and it is very much needed.
Well, unfortunately, that's probably true.
Yep.
I don't want to
Alright.
be all Danny Doomer on everybody, but
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
it happens, and I hope we get through the best of it.
I mean, chances are I will not survive to see the back end.
You'll be on the front lines.
Well, I wouldn't. I'm just a realist. I don't think I'll be on the front lines, but I might, record it or I'll be there, but I don't know. I'm not
Drinking and talking shit.
I'll be talking shit and drinking, but I'm not going to be slinging lead or doing stupid shit. It'd have to get really bad for me to get involved in that way.
All right.
It would have to get really bad.
So, next on the list, of course, is a verboten subject, if you know what I mean. But before then, we can do some super chats, and then we're going to have to say goodbye to YouTube and hello to new tech.
How many do we have watching?
753 with 631 likes on YouTube.
All right. How many downvotes we got?
I don't know. I don't see that on here. You can let us know how many downvotes there are, guys. It's like those dozen chicks who like to downvote everything we do.
15.
There are currently 6 downvotes.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
because
So-
we're bootlickers, right, Pop?
Yep, we're the bootlicking state worshipers and whatnot.
Those boots taste so good.
Bootlickers. Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, suck a
Just
dick.
fuck off.
Suck a dick. Michael Pelletier with a $5 donation. Pop, 382 is a lot of men, and I want to do a lot more. That came out so wrong, bro.
Could have wrote that different, bro. Couple other adjectives or verbs could have made that a lot smoother.
Yep, four in the
saying.
mouth at the same
Yeah,
time.
that's-
Just saying.
That's at least a quarter homo suspicion point for that one coming out like that.
Yeah, well,
382.
I will say this, though. You're safe because nobody wants a hand job from Stonehands.
No,
Just saying.
No,
not gonna happen.
You sick fuck. Dick Burns, no pun intended. Sergeant Pop, have you watched Entrepreneurs in the Car, Richard, yesterday's stream on how to save the West? If not, your thoughts on the topic? I see high racial tribalism in Silicon Valley, even on dating/hiring.
All right, listen. Once the government loses its ability, or people just say fuck the government, America is going to be like a prison. You go to prison, your group is the color of your skin.
Yeah.
That's just it's going to happen. There's nothing you could do to keep it from happening once it goes totally south.
No.
Period.
It is what it is.
Yes.
It's just how people are, unfortunately. Fan I am. Why did the toilet paper run down the hill? To get to the bottom. 9x23 with a $5 donation. Pro-abortion argument. Most abortions are had by liberals. I can't fault you for that one.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. JC, silver alert. There's a 70-year lost in the D.C. metro area. He claims that he is POTUS. Alert Mrs. Clinton to his location. Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm just going to say it right now. I'm not sure if you heard about the little Twitter debacle today, but I'm just going to say hashtag Rose McGowan didn't kill herself
Okay.
because she decided to call out Hillary Clinton and said something about being in a hotel room alone with Bill once upon a time, and here comes the bomb. The bomb is probably on your house, Rose. So
yeah.
I hope you have a bunker.
Hashtag Rose didn't kill herself.
yeah, I hope she's got a bunker.
Yeah. I mean, if there's one house in America that deserves a 1,000-pound bomb, it's the Clinton house while they're in it, allegedly.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you should do it.
But I understand.
Exactly.
I understand.
Gorilla Bear, biggest argument for abortion in Canada, Justin Trudeau.
I can't stand that, man.
Yeah, man. As many dicks as that woman had coming and going out of her nether regions, she looked like a dick porcupine. James Rankin with a $10 donation. Here's some more dinero for the Whiskey Fund for putting up with my nagging questions. Since civilians don't have the Green Beret Express, any suggestions for buying ammo for civilians?
Ammo Seek.
Ammo Seek, that a website?
It's a website.
AmmoSeek.com?
I don't know if it's .com. You do search for Ammo Seek.
Ammo Seek.
Ammo Seek. I am putting that in my own brain.
It's going in the brain.
And there's also
may or may not have a few.
There's Ammo Seek, CDNN Sports. There is AIM Surplus, and Palmetto State Armory.
I've heard of that one.
And then there's the Sportsman's Guide, but they're out of stock on pretty much everything. But they used to be really good back in the day for picking up like surplus ammo and stuff.
Well,
Good
hopefully
times.
it's mostly all stateside since the Russian ammo ban kind of went in.
For now, that's been banned. I'm sure that there'll be ways to get around it.
Allegedly. Patriot of the West. I'm only pro-choice in cases of rape, family tree convergence, dead BB, or mother at risk. I think most people agree on that.
Yeah, but that mother at risk is one of the sliding scale that.
That's how they get around the Hyde Amendment. I know.
Yeah,
Now,
because
that's the lowest percentage whenever, because there's
Actually, incest and rapé only account for less than 1%.
Yeah.
Of all abortions.
Correct.
So.
See, and I think I've seen a couple articles where it says mother in danger is like less than 0.01%.
That wouldn't shock me either. With today's medical apparatus, mother in danger is very rare.
Absolutely correct.
I don't know. The mother could have a dick for all I know. So it's
It's a woman's
2021,
penis.
man. So
It's a woman's penis, you bigot.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just never going to get beyond. I am never going to support that delusion.
No, I mean think about
Never.
it. The whole poke thing and the lockdown thing, we were always we were sold a pig in a poke because we're protecting the most vulnerable among us. And then what happened? The same people who pushed that shit shoved positive COVID patients into nursing homes to destroy some of the most vulnerable among us. And now they want pregnant women to get the shots.
how's that working out?
Good luck.
I wish I
No.
loved anything as much as Democrats love killing babies. I really do.
Well, fried chicken.
Oh.
Fried chicken and pizza's close.
That's pretty close. Yeah.
Well, yeah, fried chicken, pizza, whiskey, beer.
Beer. I just do that to wash down my vitamins during the day.
Yeah. Whiskey, beer, put your hands together. Just saying.
Yeah.
Big country.
Saying. God gave you two hands for a reason.
Yep. I mean, seriously, have you seen like a bigger temper tantrum than Democrats crying about saving 125 lives a day?
Nope.
It's pretty ridiculous. I should be able
Huge
to-
temper tantrum.
Well, remember that British chick? We included her in the abortion video, and she's talking about abortion is a form of killing we need to defend. Wow.
Like what?
Wow.
I'm
Are
sorry,
you kidding
but,
me?
I won't defend killing unless it is absolutely necessary.
Mm-hmm. And
Which is
because
why I
my
support
life
the-
plans, not necessary.
No. If you use abortion as a form of birth control,
That's some evil ass vile shit.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but you just need your uterus ripped out of your fucking body, your tubes
All right.
tied, and
If you really want to screw with a woman's brain pan when they're like 34 and older and they start getting the whole like, well, I should have a kid. You just go, you'd already have one if you didn't have an abortion.
Yeah.
The majority of them have had an abortion. They go nuts.
Mhm.
That's so mean. I'd be like, hey,
It's true.
yeah, you'd have a kid right now if you didn't murder him earlier. Huh?
I'm just saying.
And now you're regretting it. Sorry, not sorry.
that's when you follow up with, "Can I give you some aloe vera for that burn?"
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Pop from Big Country with a $5 donation. What's best yardage to cite in M107A 50 BMG for optimal accuracy?
Oh,
Can't really-
shit.
yeah.
A 50 BMG?
Yeah.
the minimum you want to zero that thing is 500.
Okay.
You better off at 8 because the 50 BMG out to 500 it shoots flat. It's got a very flat trajectory. So yeah, I mean, when you hear about the 50 cal machine gun, they actually had to loosen the tolerances on that so they could increase the beaten zone of the bullets downrange.
Yeah.
Because when it was first made, the shot group on the thing was so tight, it was counterproductive for what it was designed for.
Wow.
So 800 meters, if you can find it, is probably your best bet.
Noise. All right. Corn Pop 2.0. With a $4.99 donation. Pro-abortion arguments. 1, Hunter Biden. 2, Joy Behar.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I could agree with those.
That's about it, yeah.
Well,
I would understand with those two.
If you're going to have abortion after birth, I couldn't really think of a better candidate than Hunter Biden.
Or, you could just do the most successful abortion type of all. Just swallow. You dirty whores. Just saying. Swallow blue.
Oh my God, you can't make this shit up.
You can't. I love the fact that Western women worship abortion, but world governments are slowly banning / reducing contraceptives, especially in SEA and EU.
I didn't know about that, about the reducing contraceptives, but I haven't heard anything like that.
I don't know. I'm all for contraceptives.
But, most of the
still.
Western world is already, sub-replacement numbers.
Yeah.
20 years from now, we're all going to be fucked.
Did. Yeah, 1985 with a $4.99 donation. No comment there. Not that I can see anyway. Smooth Criminal. This administration is now saying that they greenlight Operation Pineapple Express. Wow, where are all the Biden voters? 1 out of 5 are regretting their decision. More than that now, I think.
I think it's higher than that.
I love that. They're just trying to say they greenlit Operation Pineapple Express. Fuck you. They didn't do shit. Fan I am. Abortion kills 50 million a year, but the coof kills how many? What's going to save more lives? Wearing masks, sanitizer, and jabs, or outlawing abortion? Man's got a point.
Yeah, that's a valid argument right there. Valid argument.
Talbot Links with a $10 donation. Susan isn't letting me comment on my old munition dropping USAF job. Used to work on computers that could thread a needle at Mach 2 with proper orders. I blame leadership for bad targeting.
Yep.
Rusty Shackleford with a $20 donation. Thank you so much. First episode I caught live. Thanks for all you do.
All right.
Thanks for watching, and thank you for the donation. Cabragoon Cabulous with $4.99 and says message retracted. I hope not.
Sorry.
I like his messages. Blank Terminal with a $5 donation. Haha, Marcus is a lefty.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
But either way, I think it's all time that we go empty our squirrel bladders, and we're going to jump over to New Tech to talk about some verboten subjects. We will see you all shortly.